Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. On behalf of the channel, we wish all our dear viewers a very happy new year. 2023 has arrived and to celebrate the same, we are doing in our own way. I'm going to solve a Sudoku created by Akash Doulani with the theme 2023. As you can see, there is 23 all over the grid. So this Sudoku was posted by Akash on his blog, World of Sudoku. I will add the link to his blog and the link to solve the Sudoku in the description. Please do give it a try. Let's hope that 2023 turns out to be wonderful for everyone, bringing lots of positivity, happiness, and good health. Okay, so before I start the Sudoku, please subscribe to the channel. We are standing at 1672 subscribers now. We started our channel in 2020. It's been more than 2 years now. We would really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and also check out our Patreon page. Please become a patron of the channel if you are really interested in supporting us. I would be highly encouraged. So let's move on to the Sudoku now. This is a hybrid Sudoku. There are 3 different rules combined here. One is arrow, the other is German whispers, and the other is little killer. Let's go to the rules in detail. Classic rules apply. Each row, let me just change into Sudoku mode. Number Sudoku normal, Sudoku center. Okay. So each row, each column, and 3 by 3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9 without any repetitions. Standard classic rules. The next is the arrow part. You can see that there are some circles in the grid to which some lines are connected. So the number in the circle is the sum of the digits along the arrow stem. And digits may repeat across an arrow stem as long as the rules of Sudoku are not violated. This is the arrow part. And then you can see some green lines on the grid. So on the green lines, each pair of 2 adjacent cells. So for example, if you start from here, these 2 cells must differ by at least 5. And similarly, these 2 cells must differ by at least 5. And these 2 cells must differ by at least 5. So these are German whisper lines. And the last is the little killer part. So you can see some clues given outside the grid, 23 clues. So along those lines, the digits must sum up to 23, right? Since there is only one clue, so I'm straight away saying that they must be summing up to 23, and digits may repeat along this line just like in the arrow. So these are the rules. So let's start the Sudoku. All right, where do we start? So this looks to be a good place to start. The minimum sum along this arrow you can see is you must have 1 2 3 minimum here, and this must be 1 minimum, so which means this is at least 7 8 or 9, and the maximum that can get here is 3. Anything more than 3 will break this circle, so this has to be 1 2 or 3. And one more thing that we can establish for sure is a 1 must be present along this line, because if not, then the minimum sum becomes 2 3 4. Oops. And that is already a 9, which will break the Sudoku. So 1 must surely be present in this line. Okay. Next, let's come to this circle. Oh, this is a sitter. The minimum sum along these 3 lines must be a 1 2 3, which adds up to 6. And you also have 2 more cells here, which must be minimum 1 and 2. And they are already adding up to 9. So which is the maximum that can get into a Sudoku grid. So when the minimum is equal to the maximum, then that is the scenario which must exist in the grid. So this must be a 9. And that 1 2 gives a 3 here, forcing this to be maximum as well. So this must be minimum 1 2 3. And which means these add up to 6, and 6 plus 3 is again 9. So we've got 2 9s in the grid, and you have a 1 2 pair here. So this is a 3. This becomes a 1 2 pair. And let me remove this corner 1 pencil mark. So what do we have? We have 3 here. This is not a 3. So you have 1, 2 pair again. And 3 must be in one of these two cells. Okay. Now let's look at the other 2 arrows. You have one here which is slightly bigger. So let's see what can minimum go into this one. So you have 1, 2, 3 here, which means this is minimum 4. This will be minimum 1. And this will be minimum 4. Excellent. So again, the minimum is equal to the maximum. So that is forced now. So this is 4, this is 1, this is 4. Whenever the minimum is equal to the maximum, you can always instantly place the digits. So all we substituted here were the minimum cells, and that is reaching to the maximum possible value. So this is a 9. Okay. I've got 2 9s in the grid, so let's do a bit of Sudoku. So 9 must be in these 2 cells. 3 in rows 4 and 6, so 3 goes here. 1 in columns 2 and 3, so 1 goes in these 3 cells. 2's in columns 1 and 3, so 2 goes here. Okay. So can we look at this 23 now? No, that's too early. This arrow is also not giving us any information. It's basically equal to this cell because it's a single stemmed arrow. So nothing here. So I think it's time to look at the German whisper part. Maybe this. Let's look at this. So in a German whisper, I said that every pair of adjacent digits must differ by at least 5. So which basically means that if you take a pair of adjacent cells, one would be from the set 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other would be from the set 6, 7, 8, 9. A 5 can never be on a German whisper line because 5, when you go on the lower side, will need at least 0 to have a difference of 5, and when you go on the other side, it will get to 10, both of which cannot be in a Sudoku grid. So which means, so if this is a low digit, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, then this will be high digit, low digit, high digit, low digit. So they keep on alternating. So let's just color these cells to give us an idea. Let's color them blue. So if this is blue, this would be blue, this would be blue, and this would be blue. And this would be red, this would be red, and this would be red. And if you look at this tiny little line here, this is also blue. This 2 cell line. So since this is red, so this will be blue. So all the blues will be from one subset and all the reds will be from another subset. Now let's look at this set again. Can this be a low digit? No. Excellent. And the answer is lying by seeing these 3 cells. So you can see that from the highlighted blue cells in row 6, we already have 3, 4, and we already have a 1 or 2 placed. So which means that these 2 blue cells cannot be from 1, 2, 3, 4 because 2 blue cells will require another of 2 lower digits, and that is clearly not possible because of these 3 digits. So clearly the blue cells are from the higher set, which is 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 6, 7, 8, 9. And the reds are from the lower set, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Now it's time to clean up a few pencil marks. You can't have 9 here. You also can't have 3, 4. This is not 3, 4. You cannot have 3 in this column. And 4. So you can't have 4 here. And you can't have 6 here because as 6 has only one possible digit. If you have a 6, it must take a 1 because the minimum difference must be at least 5, and 6 has to take a 1. And similarly 4, if you have a 4, it has to have 9 as an adjacent digit. So if you have a 6 here in this cell, then both these cells are forced to be 1, and that is not possible because of Sudoku. So I can eliminate 6 from that cell, and this can take a 6 because you could very well place a 1 here. And this also can take a 6 because these 2 cells are in different boxes. However, there is a 1 here. So clearly this is not a 1. And the moment I eliminate 1 from here, this is not a 6. So that's a 7, 8. Cool, guys. I'm already enjoying solving this Sudoku. Superb. Okay. I cannot have a 4 here. Just like I said, if I have a 4 in this cell, then both of these are forced to be 9s to satisfy the German whisper part, and that is not possible. So this is forced to be a 2. Which means in order to have minimum difference of 5, 6 is eliminated here. This is 7, 8, 9. And this is not a 2. It's 1, 3. Wow. Beautiful Sudoku. What do we do here? I have a 1-2 pair in row 6. It's not giving me much. But this diagonal has become suddenly interesting, because if you look at the 23 total, and let's see what is the minimum possible sum here. This could be minimum 7, minimum 7, minimum 6. 7, 7, 6 is 20. So which means this can be maximum 3, right? Because anything more than 3 and this diagonal will break. So this is 1, 2 and 3, and 2 is not possible. So this is 1 or a 3. So we can do some Sudoku in here. You have 1, 2, 3 here and 1, 2, 3 here. So this is a 1, 2, 3 triplet. This column. And that's not a 2. So 2 goes here. You have a 1. So this is not a 1. That's a 3. That's a 1. Very nice. So do we get some more eliminations? Not yet. So now that we have a 1 here, can we look at this diagonal again? Okay. Seems a bit early. So I have to pause here to think. Easy miss. So 1 in rows 7 and 9. So this is forced to be a 1. Nothing else can go here. And which means this is a 2. And that gives a 1 here and a 2 here. Very nice. And you have 1s here and 1s here. So 1 must be in these 3 cells. 2 here and 2 here. So 2 goes in these 3 cells. And 3 is not in row 7, so 3 is forced here, which means 3 must be in these 2 cells. We are making some good progress here. I have a 2 here, so this is not a 6. 6 can be eliminated from that cell. That's a 7 or 8, so 7, 8 pair, which means row 6 must be 5, 6. The remaining digits must be 5, 6. So can I have a 6 here? If this is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, and I need 23 minus 7, which is 16. 16 more from these 2 cells, which looks possible for now. So can we look at this 23 clue? And this also seems to be constrained because all the cells along the diagonal are fully covered by a German whisper line. And we also know that, so let's remove these colors now, they're not required. We also know that these 2 cells must be from the same set and these 2 cells must be from the same set. So let's see if that is giving us something here. Wow, this is beautiful, guys. Excellent deduction. Look at this cell. This cannot be 3, 1 or 2. Can it be a 4? The reason I'm asking that question is if we eliminate 4 from this cell, we could easily show that this is from the higher set. So let's say we have a 4 in here. Then to satisfy the German whisper, both of these cells are forced to be 9. That gives us 22, and which means this will be 1, but you already have 1 here or from here. So this is clearly breaking the puzzle, which means that the blue cell is from the higher set. That's an excellent deduction. 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, and these must be from the lower sets 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. And you have 1, 2, 3 here, so this is forced to be a 4, and which means this will be forced to be 9. No other possibility, and 3 is not possible here, and you can have 6, 7, 8 and 9 there, no problem. But before that, let's see what these two add up to. These two add up to 13, so which means I need 10 from these cells. 1 and 9, 2 and 8, or 4 and 6. 7 is not possible here. That's nice. Oh, I have a pencil marking of 9 in these two cells, which means this is not a 9. That is a 9, which means this is a 1. That's beautiful, guys. So clearly they add up to 23 now. Superb. So that's where our gut feeling is correct. We had to look along this to continue next. Really nice, guys. So we deciphered this 3 clue first, and then we were looking at this diagonal, and that is also deciphered now. So now let's see. We got 4 digits here. Okay, 1 is not here, 1 is not here, so 1 goes here. That's a 1. Two is in one of these two cells. Can the 2 be here? This will be 7 or 8. That's possible. This cannot be no, that could be possible. I was thinking if this could be a low digit. That is possible. 1 is not here. Superb. So 1 is forced here. So this is 1, which means this will be a 2, 3 pair. Oh, wow, what am I seeing? So this is a 1, so this is a 2. That's a 3, and that resolves this 2 and 1. So you're getting a big chunk of digits here. And 1 in here, 1 in here. So 1 goes in row 1, column 1. 2 is not here. Oops. So 2 goes in these two cells. 3 is in row 1, row 2. So 3 goes in these two cells. Very nice. Where do we look next? I have a 9 here. This is not a 9. It's a 7 or 8. And that again begs me to this area. Oh, superb. That's even more restricted. 9 is in here, is not here. So 9 in box 6 is forced into these two cells, which further eliminates one more digit. That's nice. I'm pretty sure that we can eliminate some more digits here. Let's see if this is a 6. So we have 7 from these two cells. So I need 16 more, which can be 8 and 8. So 6 forces 8 into this cell and 8 into this cell. And that looks possible, not a problem. If I have a 7 here, 7 plus 1 is 8. And I need 15 more. So which can be 7 and 8, not a problem. Can I have an 8 here? This is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9. And I need 14 more, and these both could be 7. So there doesn't seem to be any elimination there. Oh, good. Look at this small line. Can this cell be lower digit? It will be forced to take a 4 because you have 1, 2, 3 here. So this is 4. And that forces a 9 here, which is clearly not possible. So that is a higher digit. So which means it has to be 6, 7, 8. And that has to be 2 or a 4. Because you can't have 1 and 3, so that's 2 and 4. And 4 is clearly ruled out because you don't have 9 here, so that is a 2. And that rules out 6 from this cell, so it's 7 or 8. And I got 2 in rows 2 and 3, and that forces a 2 here. Beautiful, guys. What a construction. It's not like we are sailing through the Sudoku, it's like putting us obstacles. An excellent construction, really. Now, so this clue is done. This is not giving me anything for now. And which forces me to this clue. It looks really ominous. Only 2 digits along this, and 23 is pretty vague. I need 21 more from these 4 cells. Oh. 4 plus 5 is 9. And 5 plus... this is interesting. Let me shade these cells. It's pretty restricted because of the, givens we have already, digits we have already placed. Look at the yellow cells. We need 21 from those cells because you have 2 ones here already. So which means 23 minus 2 is 21. So we need 21 from these yellow cells. And I'm just going to put minimum possible digits there now. This is minimum 4 and 5 because you have 1, 2, 3 here. So this would be minimum 4 and 5. And these two will be minimum 5. 6 is ruled out because if you put 5, 6 here, then these two, this cell will get a hit. And since you already have 1, 2, 3, 4 here, this is minimum going to be a 12, which is a 5 and a 7. This has to be the minimum possible sum. So 12 plus 9 is 21. Excellent, guys. Wow. 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 Beautiful. Beautiful. And just when I thought that this Sudoku looked ominous, this clue looked ominous. So it's basically forced here. So I have put the minimum possible digits and they are getting me to the value. So those are the digits which should have to go inside the cell. So that's a 4, that's a 5, and these become a 5, 7 pair. Nothing else can go there, and which means this is a 6, that's a 5. Okay, and that satisfies this 23 clue. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6, 5 and 7. So I need 8, 9. Let's remove these colors. All right, let's get back to the Sudoku, and these 3 cells must be 6, 7, 8 for the box, and this is 6, 7, 8, so this is also 6, 7, 8, and that instantly makes me spot this triplet 6, 7, 8 along row 7, which means the remaining digits must be 5 and 9 here. So do we have any more juice from the Sudoku? Okay, 4 in columns 1 and 3, so 4 goes here. I'm just feeling that I'm missing some classic part here because so many digits have been placed already. Something maybe classic 4 is going in these 2 cells. Let me remove these colors again. They have served their purpose. Let's go back to the Sudoku. So I haven't closely looked at the German whisper part here. So this could be 7, 8 or 9, no problem. This could be 7 or 8, again no issue. This could be 6, 7, 8. So I don't see any problem. So this part, oh, this cell, I don't think this can be, let's see. This is 7, and both of these are forced to be 8s, and you would need 16, 17, 6 here. 6, 7, 8. Not possible. Not possible. Excellent. You have 6, 7 here, so which means these two cells are both forced to be 8, and that will clash with this 8. Beautiful. Wow, that wasn't an easy deduction, guys. So 7 is clearly not possible here. I'm not sure if there is some better way. This doesn't look, straightforward. It's a bit deep, but I think can be considered. So this is hard Sudoku, I think. So 7 is not here. Let's see if we can do something with the 8s. If this is 8, let's do with the red. Then both of these are forced to be 7s. 7, 7, 14, 15, and this is supposed to be 8. Not possible. Wow. Beautiful, guys. I'm in love with this Sudoku. What a really pretty construction. So if you have 8 here, these two cells are forced to be 7. So that gives you 14. 14 plus 1 is 15. And to get to 23, you'll need 8 more. And that is clashing. So clearly 8 is also ruled out. The only possible digit is a 9. This has to be a 9. So we are making inverse, and just like I said, the Sudoku hasn't folded still. So 9 in here, 9 in here, which means that gives a 9 here in row 7. That forces 5 in here and resolves this 8, 9 pair, 9, 8. And clearly 8 is not here now, so 8 goes here, which means these 3 cells must be 4, 6, and 7. And that resolves this 5, 7 pair. Beautiful. 5, 7. Let's finish off this pair. This should be a 3, 9 pair for the row. And that can be instantly resolved too. So 9 and 3. And this will be 5 and 6, right? 5, 6. You have a 5 here, so that's a 6. That's a 5. I have a 6 here, so that's a 6 again. So 7, 8 pair. 1, 2, 6, 9, 5, 7, 8. So I need 3, 4 along that column. 3, 4, 3, 4. And you have a 3 here, so that is a 4. That is a 3. And you have a 4 here, so this is a 4. And this would be 6 for the box. Completes that. This is not 6 now. 7, 8. Crystal clear, guys. Really nice Sudoku. So this is not a 4, that's a 6, 7. An 8 here, so that's a 7. So this is not a 7, 4, 6. What have we got here? Oh, so you have a 7, 8 pair here, which means you cannot have 7 or 8 in this cell. The reason is, let's say you have a 7 here, then 7 is also forced here, and that ruins this. Both the 7s will be knocked out. And similarly, if you have 8 here, this will be 8, and that ruins the 8 too. So which means this is forced to be a 6. That's not a 6, that's oops, that turned out to be something. 7, 8 pair, that's not a 7. So you have a 4, 6 pair, that's a 7. This will be a 5, 8 pair, and this will be 4 and 6, and that can be resolved. So that is a 6, and that's a 4. That's a 6, and that's a 4. 2, 3, 5, 9, 1, 4. So I need 6, 7, 8 here, and 6 can't go here. that's a 6, and that's a 7 8. This will be 5 7 8. Can't have 7 here, that's a 5 8. 1 6 7 2 3 9. So I need a 4 in these two cells, and 4 can't be here. It's a 4, that's a 5 8. 2 4 5 6 1 and 9. So these will be a 3 7 8, and you have a 7 8 here, so that's a 3, that's a 7 8. So I think we are in for a ride. Look at the number of 7 8s here. So look at column 1 now. 8 is here, so this is a 5. That's an 8 now. Superb, and that will probably finish off the Sudoku. 8 7, that's 8. That 8 gives me a 7, gives me 8, gives me 7, and 7 7 14, 22 23, and this clue is satisfied. So 8 is here, so that's a 7, that's an 8, 7, so it gives an 8 here. So this column can be completed, so this has to be a 6, and that forces 3 in here. 2 3 4 9 1 5 6, so I need 7 8. That's a 7, that's an 8, that's a 5, that's 8, that's 5. 2 3 4 8 1 6 9. You have 7 here, so that's a 7 and 5. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Sudoku, and it says Happy New Year with a smiley. What a wonderful Sudoku, guys. Did you enjoy the Sudoku? I'm sure you must have. Really great creation. I mean, had a really beautiful solve path which the author, forced you to take it. You can't short circuit or bypass it. It was an excellent Sudoku. Hope you had fun watching me solve this. Please do leave a like for the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.